It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see David Montgomery. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Lions and the Commanders on Monday Night Prime Time.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders,
they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
the punter Jack Fox has us ready to go, and we are underway here at Ford Field. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game.
And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Now this defense for the Lions, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
To the air goes Daniels.
Zacchaeus here hauling it in. Oh, some strong running. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
They go play action. Daniels. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first overall selection of the 2016 draft. From Cal, it's Jared Goff.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
After the interception, here's Goff.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And this will lead.
Short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
First carry now for David Montgomery.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And Jahmyr Gibbs finished it all off with a touchdown grab.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You talk about this Lions defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and now it's 3rd and 4.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately, so he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Off the play fake, Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here's Daniels.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come. And keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion goes Patrick.
Goff now to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
And the Lions are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Once more, Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Washington ready to try again on offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
That's pulled in at the 32.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Lions offensive receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown set to go once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. Jeremy Chin there defensively.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Pushes him over.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
That good for 19 and a first down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Goff now looks to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Off play action. Here's Goff.
That one out wide and intercepted. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
Now Daniels.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
That sack courtesy of Jack Campbell. So here's a 3rd and 14. Daniels looking to throw.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down.
Defense.
Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call. But for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Gainwell gets it on the option.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
To throw is Daniels. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. Gibbs straight ahead. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw is Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. A shotgun snap for Goff. Touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Goff.
That's complete to Laporta.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Sam Laporta.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Lions continue to pull away here in this first half. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
The try here for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Commanders take over first and 10.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
Yeah, he'll just push his way forward for a few. Clock will run. Call it a gain of a yard as it brings us to the end of the first half. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. Tyler Algier, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Geno Smith, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were losers in that one to the visiting L.A. Chargers. Justin Herbert leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He connected on 3 touchdown passes in those first 2 quarters as his guys have built up a sizable lead here at the break. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The home team's offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's right up there amongst the league's best when it comes to racking up receiving yards this season. Currently ranked in the top 5 as things stand here.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, here's the run from Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Goff now looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that last throw, not going to account for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Back to throw, Goff.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. This 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The Commanders' offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Completes it right side to Cooper. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Option play. Here's Robinson.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. Daniels.
Got his man. It's Bo Melton.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 38-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Slot man moves right.
Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Operating from the gun, Daniels.
He's able to find Melton.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 18. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guy's stopping the run.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Ben Sinnott.
His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to at least get one score back. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hand off now to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down right around the 27.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery.
Now a stoppage here for an injured player, and it's David Montgomery who is struggling a bit. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Third down and 1. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the air now with Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to be.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second and 1.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. Here's Daniels. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's got his big tight end here.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 15-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
Option handoff for Gainwell.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Olamide Zaccheaus. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now a creep, now a hit, and a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard. The 38-yard.
From the 38 now, here's second and a yard. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10.
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Goff.
Right side to Williams.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's the gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Washington on 3rd down.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 120 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back.
The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. Trying the left side with Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
First and goal for the 4-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Gibbs is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top. Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Detroit, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders,
it was a win they needed to turn the season around.